Welcome everyone back to the channel. My name is Mike, and today we're doing an unboxing of Perseverance Castaway Chronicles, Episodes 3 and 4. If you didn't know, Perseverance Episodes 1 and 2 are some of my favorite games, Episode 1 especially. Love that game. I love the dice placement in these games. Can't wait to show this one off. Super excited to get this one. I didn't order this one through crowdfunding. I did not back this one. The campaign was just way too long for me, so I've waited for it to come out. It's currently available on their website for slightly more money than it was during the campaign. That's a choice that you have to make when you skip the campaigns. So I got this, I got the Chronicles expansion, and I got the errata pack for episodes 1 and 2. So again, I'm super excited for this one, and we're going to go ahead and dive right in. Now, as many of you know, I like to keep the plastic on my boxes. This one, unfortunately, is not going to let us do that. Alrighty, so here we go. Perseverance Castaway Chronicles, Episodes 3 and 4 by Mindclash Games. And right away, we open it up, and we get Episodes 3 and 4. The way to set up the trays and put them back in. I always like it when games have a ton of trays, some explanation on how you put it back in the box. It's not always all that clear, surprisingly enough. Plenty of layers. In case you didn't know, if you're not up to date on how this system works, in each box there's 2 games. So we're going to have Episode 3, Episode 4. They're actually 2 separate games. It's not like a campaign. I mean, it can be played in a campaign, but it's not designed as just a campaign. It's not like one mission and then the next mission. They're actually completely separate games. Something I really enjoyed about this one. So there we go. Now, we are going to go through this a little more methodically than we did in the Orleans unboxing. Reason being is going back, watching it after the fact, there was a couple things I wanted to touch on a little more. I'm going to try to do that. One, because this is one of my favorite game series. I'm really going to probably get into this a little more. And 2, it just gives you guys more information, stuff to look at. So let's go ahead and get some of this stuff opened up. Ton of cards here. Super excited about that. Yeah, I got several games coming in right now. We're going to get at least a couple of them on the channel, I think. The solo modes for the Perseverance games are a little in-depth, so this one might take me a while. So we got Thunderhorn Temple, Ironjaw Temple. Some of the stuff I'll probably not show, but to give you an idea what the cards and stuff look like. That's going to be for the expansion area on the board. Something about the Chief Steward. I don't know if this is a solo card or a scoring card, but I like all the little icons and stuff on it. The iconography, once you learn it, is pretty straightforward, I think. Obviously, not everybody's going to agree with that, and that's fine. Yeah, they're 2-sided, apparently. Then we have, I think these are private goals, if I remember correctly from watching other streams. Shared officer goal, the zone goal, personal goal. That's pretty nice. Gives you something to aim for as you're playing the game, because a game this deep comes with lots of options. Kind of gives you a little bit of direction when you're doing it. Yeah, I like the art on them. Nice color. Very clear. Very excited about this for sure. Set those aside for now. We have another pack of cards. I don't know if we're going to go through every pack of cards, so we'll set those aside for now. Then we have the dice. The green ones are going to hide for now. And these come in different colors. Player colors. The yellow's hiding a little bit there. Blue, red. And then the whites are going to be the neutral color. If you've ever played this, you kind of understand how that works. If not, you're going to pick different dice every turn. Your dice help you more than the neutral dice, or actually cost other players more, rather. Some nice metal bits. The last one had them too. I don't know if this one came with a regular standard edition. This one is a The other one I know came with a deluxe edition, which I own. I was kind of worried that this one didn't have some of those bits, but it seems to not be a problem. Then we have Memoirs of a Survivor. I gotta look into that, that's for sure. Icon glossary sheet. Let me get this cracked open. So we have this Memoir of a Survivor. I don't remember this in the other box. It's probably in there. I probably just didn't read it. Yeah, it looks like some kind of story. Yeah, it's pretty nice. We have the Dissenters board. Very nice art on those. Get those little close-ups so you can really see them. You're going to need this for solo mode. Or two-player game as far as I know. I've only ever played this solo. And you're going to have your assembly scoring boards. And again, very nice colors, very nice art on them. They're two-sided. Probably for solo and multiplayer modes. Reference cards, reference sheets. Games like this absolutely need them. More companies need to do this. And again, very clear, very colorful. Everything stands out and pops. Easy to read. Kind of gives you your what you got to do at a quick glance. Like that a lot. And this is going to be for capturing your dinos in episode 3 for sure. It's possibly for 4. I'm going to say 3 based on the icon in the top right. It's usually how it worked in 1 and 2. Then we have both of our rule books. Here's going to be episode 3. Start here. First in this box, third in the series. That's very nice. Then we have episode 4, the final episode. And then you have your Dissenters book, and this is basically how you play the solo mode. The solo mode in this particular series, at least it was in episode 1 and 2, probably one of the most involved bots I've ever had to run. Despite that, I love it. I love the way it behaves. Makes you feel like you're playing another player. I wouldn't have it any other way, despite its complexity and what it adds to the game. Then we're going to have our trays. Episode 1 and 2 had the same thing. I got this as a standalone edition. I didn't get the basically the edition where they share components. I just want to pull one box off the shelf. That's pretty much the explanation for that. They're very nice. They look pretty simple. We're not going to go too crazy looking at those. Then we have all our dinos and our settlements. We'll show off some of the minis here. I know what people like to look at the minis. These are going to be our Dissenter Minis. I can almost guarantee it. I forget her name. It's going to be on the sheet over here that I'm covered up with other things already, so apologies for that. Here's the other one. Here's the other Dissenter. Very nice. Now we have some of our components. Glowberries. See if I can get it to show up here. They're soft and squishy. Fun to play with, fun to touch. Nice component overall. We're going to have our settlements. These are what you're going to be placing out on the map for your presence to help you score and achieve different goals. If you have the last game but didn't order this one like I did, and you're just kind of curious what this is going to look like in this version, we're going to have all our raptors. And it's a nice tray. They got green bottoms, so they're going to be not showing up on this green screen. Very nice. I never painted my original version. I probably should have. I've seen some very nice copies that are painted. I should get a hold of my boy Curtis. Just give him a lot of money and make him do it. I'm sure he wouldn't be too objective to that at all. He likes money and he likes to paint, so these are going to be shield heads if I'm not mistaken. Very nice. They come in a couple different stances generally. Oh, we get the temples. Now, I've seen these on Paul's video. If you haven't checked out his series, I know he does playthroughs of 1 through 3. I don't know if he did a playthrough of 4 or not. But I know he did 1 through 3. Showed off some of these minis for the temples. They're very nice. They actually look A lot nicer in person, I think, than they do on camera. Feel almost ceramic. This one's got some green on it, if you can't tell. Very sharp. Gotta like it. Are you guys excited to try this one out? Have you not played the first one or the second one before? Were you holding off on this one to see how it was received, but you own the first one or the second one? Don't forget to drop that in the comments. Let us know. We love those kind of things here. We love talking about games, playing games, sharing them with other people. That's the entire point of the hobby, I think. Even if you're playing a solo like I do. And then we have, by the looks of it, 2 more dinos. I'm not entirely sure what they are. This one's really nice. I like this one. It looks particularly angry. I think this is the Iron Draw, but that might have been the Iron Draw. Got a whole tray of these. It looks like we have 2 types here, actually. Look at that thing. Triceratops Jr., but I'm sure that's not what it's called in the game. I don't happen to know what it's called in this game. Can't wait to find out. Let me know how you felt about the first ones. I'm always interested in that kind of thing. Oh, we got some crates here. Always interested in that kind of thing. I like the different perspectives. Those are very nice. Again, some of these look better in person. Some of our hero minis. Try to get this down here so it'll focus. Very nice. I like it. I like it a lot. I wonder if these poses are different than the base game. I say base game, but episode 1 and 2 poses. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't have the poses memorized. But if not, and you just want a little bit of change, because I'm pretty sure they're going to be the same heroes, you can swap them out as your heart consent now that I have the standalone edition anyway. I mean, probably not going to do that a lot because, again, I don't want to pull out 2 boxes, but at least if you have the option, that's cool. This is kind of what makes this one new. You have these saddles. And they will go on the different dinos. And that denotes that that's yours and it's tamed. Again, I don't know if this one is even tameable. So that's cool. Becoming one of, everybody's got their own. Each of the colors. These look like larger settlements. Not sure what these are for. Probably a campsite, maybe, like in episode 2. Of course, I grabbed the yellow one. There we go. This one looks a lot better in person than it does on this. It's just not translating well. What we got here? More minis, tons of minis, more dice. I like these dice. These are kind of cool looking. Get these on there. Would you guys like to see a playthrough of this on the channel? Is this the kind of game you're into? I like that. I don't know what those symbols mean, but I'm very interested in finding out. Yeah, if you guys are interested in this kind of thing, let me know. I'll definitely get on channel. Love this game. In the meantime, you can go check out Paul Grogan. He's got some over there at GamingRules, episodes 1 and 2. I do believe Derek from Canje Studios does as well. I'll leave links in the description of this down below. At least I plan to. If I don't, just bark at me in the comments, and I will get that rectified real quick. And then we have a block of cardboard. Give me 1 second and I will get this opened up. Alright, so this top layer seems to be foiled. I think this is going to be your artifacts. See how well they punch? They punch real nice. Very smooth, like the finish. This is going to be a player board. I'm assuming this is episode 3. Looks like we have our ranch here, spots for our crates. These look like the spots for your artifacts. Been a while since I've seen the playthrough for this. Can't wait to check this out. There's Jack. And they have nice art on the back, as you can tell. We got Phoenix. These are asymmetric, generally speaking. At least they were in episode 1 and 2. At least they had the option to be in episodes 1 and 2. I'm sure it's going to be very similar in this. But it may not be. If not, I'll let people know if they're curious. Adelita. I don't remember her as a hero, but I play Jack a lot, so. Keone. He's the other one I like to play. Very nice. Love the art. Love the icons. Very crisp and clean for such a heavy game. I think Mindclash does an excellent job of that kind of thing. This must be the episode 4 player board. This must be the episode 4 player board. I don't recognize it at all. I like how it's got the different officers on there. Yeah, very nice. What's the back of this one look like? Excellent artwork. If you're into that thing, for sure. Keone getting all serious. All right. Adelita, here we go. Look at that. Let's see if her art's different. It most definitely is. Very nice artwork on there. Loving the old tamed dino. Got her, looks like a spear, almost like a shortened version of Darth Maul's with blades instead of a lightsaber. There we go. We got Phoenix. I don't know what weapon she's carrying there, but that thing looks pretty cool to me. Tamed dino in the back. Very nice. Then we got some dials for your tracking your followers. Different tiles for your board for episode 3. Got our officers out here. You're going to get different favor with them. You got the chief engineer on this one. Some more sites or ranch spots. Chief steward. Also got some tiles on here for the city, it looks like. There we go. Our last, looks like city tile collection. I don't know what these end of the game tiles are. I've seen a few of them. Not entirely sure what those are for. I'm definitely going to learn though. Barracks, different tokens. Go all the way down here to the bottom. See what we find. There's a lot in this box, I'll tell you that. These, I think these are going to be your heroes slash leaders on their tame dinos. That's very cool. Again, they're asymmetric. Looks like they're definitely leaning into that asymmetry in this episode. This is going to be episode 3 for sure, possibly 4. I'm going to guess both. Definitely liking it. My man riding a shield head. Got a whole caravan cart strapped to its back. You see. You can't stay at home. Bring home with you, I guess. And then the little raptor version. Very nice. Then we have another block of cardboard. These are going to be the game boards. You got the 2-3 player side. They're going to fold out. I don't really have the camera set up to show this fully unfolded, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah, this thing's huge. There we go. Got our little city section here. If you ever played this game, this will look very familiar. This is going to be the episode 3 board. Start down here at the water's edge. Walk through the city. get down, start exploring. Oh yeah, can't wait. Can't wait. This is going to be episode 4's board. We're probably not going to open this one as all the way. Show off some of this. This might be 3's. Maybe the other one was 4's. Very interesting. Because I know these are temple sites that you uncover. Same kind of deal here. City. Go exploring. Uncover some stuff. This one actually might be 3. Very interesting. Can't wait. Okay, so this is going to be the errata pack for episodes 1 and 2. I'm always happy when companies keep their games updated. We got a couple tiles here. Probably some symbol changes. Not entirely sure what those are, to be honest with you completely. One of the tiles was a little misprinted in episode 2, I do believe it was. This looks like it's replacement. It wasn't a main deal. Wasn't like game breaking or anything. And then explanation of what's what. You can put stickers on the rule books apparently. Castaway Chronicles, Dissenters, episode 1 and 2. It's a new rule book. That's very nice. Probably fixes a couple things. I'm guessing if I had known from playing the first one, probably just makes a couple things clear. Probably nothing like game breaking or anything like that again. And then we have the Chronicle Expansion. Now, this one is going to turn all 4 of these games into a playable campaign. That is my understanding. Matter of fact, what it says in its own words is experience Perseverance Castaway Chronicles as an epic 4-game saga with a Chronicle Expansion. Add the components of this box to your collection of episode 1 and 2 and episodes 3 and 4 and embark on a replayable campaign where every decision shapes the next chapter of your journey and contributes to your legacy. Play both in multiplayer and with 2 to 4 players and in solo against the Dissenters at various difficulty levels. This campaign spans 4 games, 1 for each episode. As you earn glory for achieving the milestones added with the expansion, you will be rewarded with Chronicle cards, offering many new unique abilities and bonuses, and each Chronicle card carries forward into subsequent games, and the outcome of the episode may even influence the setup of the next. I like that kind of stuff. I don't know about you, but I'm into that kind of thing. Especially, you don't see a whole lot of that in these kind of heavier games. Very happy to see it in this one. With a dynamic set of achievements to strive for in every campaign. The strategic possibilities are endless. Will you rise as the greatest defender? Will you hunt dinosaurs, settle peacefully as a homesteader, lead as a commander, or dominate the political arena as an orator? The Chronicle cards give you the tools and opportunities to shape your destiny as you race toward the epic conclusion of the 4th episode. Welcome to Perseverance. The island awaits. Can't wait. Absolutely cannot wait. Let's go ahead and crack this one open. If you guys are into that kind of thing, let me know. The only question I ever had was episode 1 and 2 came with its own Chronicle mode. Now that we're back and we're not making squeaky noises with plastic, got the expansion rulebook. Warning, play after episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4. Definitely want to know how to play the game. Hunter, Scout, Orator, Commander, new tokens. Yeah, see, I'm already liking this. Campaign sheet. More cheat sheets. Gotta love those. Let's see. Put one over here. And again, brilliantly printed. Vibrant colors. Great icons. They just do a great job at this. At least that's my feelings on it. I don't want to open these or crack them open because I don't know how spoilery this will be. Unfortunately. So that's where we're going to stop on that one. But there you have it. We have unboxed and taken a look at episodes 3 and 4. We've taken a look at the Chronicle mode. Taken a look at the errata pack. So when I got done punching and sorting this game, one of my favorite parts of the hobby, I decided, well, people might actually want to see how this fits back in the box. So that's what we're going to do now. Still have your tray sheet. Then I have our boards and our cheat sheets all lined up here. Our books. If anybody's read this, post in the comments how it was. Love to hear that stuff. So our books, our dials, our Dissenters board, and then we're going to get down in the player boards and stuff like that. I actually kept the foam that came in the box for that particular spot. We have our stack of player boards for both of the games. Our leader minis with their trained animals, or trained dinos. Then we have the actual game boards themselves. I actually use some of the dividers that came with the game to keep it from scratching on each other. Go down to our player boards and our common components. Underneath we have some dinos and the Dissenters tray. Down some more dinos and the Temple Minis. Now the one thing about this that's going to be kind of a bummer is you're definitely going to have to empty the box every play. That's unfortunate, but that's how it goes sometimes. And if you can find a better way to store it, I'm sure no one's going to hunt you down. And then at the very bottom we have episode 3, episode 4 tray. There you go. I don't know if there's going to be a different way to sort this one. I know in the Anachrony box I could finagle some stuff. And episode 3 there was a way I could, or episode 1 and 2 there was a way I could finagle some stuff. This one I don't think so. I think this one you're going to have to empty it out every time. But the games are generally amazing anyway. Make it worth it. So hopefully you got a separate table to store stuff when you want to play your game. But anyway, just thought you guys might want to see this after the fact. So there you go. And as always, I always appreciate you guys being here. Thanks again. You guys have a great one.